Hello, everyone. Bunny the Divine here, and I'm very happy to give you a little glimpse of what the archetypes are all about. So, you voted for having a little case study of the storyline in burlesque, and I chose to do one video where I talk about the archetypes because this is actually the harder one, I believe, to actually pinpoint and notice. And it's so playful when someone does it so well. And I chose Gina Sterling, of course, as our example because, in my opinion, she's really the master of switching and just keeping us really engaged as an audience member because of her switches. So, I could maybe see at least seven different archetypes she's playing with. And sometimes it's really an archetype type. Sometimes it's just one same archetype but played in a different way. So I have here for you some examples. This is an open video on YouTube. And of course, I asked Gina if I could do this video with her act, and she said yes. So let me show you what I mean. This is the beginning of her act. And here you can clearly see how she's playing the femme fatale. She's mysterious, it's dark, her costume is dark, you cannot see her face. So you're like really curious and really kind of enticed, right? You really want to get into her world and get to know her. Her movements are very low and sharp at the same time. And she has all of these oozing quality to her movement, which is very characteristic of the femme fatale. And even though she's looking at you, she's still kind of a little bit unattainable, right? As you can see. She's kind of like seducing you, but she's more kind of telling her story. Okay, I'm here and I'm this gorgeous and I'm this fabulous. And she's more showing off than anything. And that's a very clear characteristic of the femme fatale. There was a hint at this very end, when she touches, her chest, which is a bit of a little pinch of a seductress. And the seductress is just someone who is a bit more into the sex appeal of the first tease, whereas the femme fatale can be someone who is just very enticing, but not necessarily so sexual. Then I wanted to show you a bit more ahead around here when the song changes and then the vibe changes. And you can see how her movement changes, the quality of her move. So it's still sharp, but it's kind of sharp and strong. It's not more that like sharp and oozy quality to it. You see how like she's taller, she's not bending so much on her knees. So it's not that melting kind of vibe that we expect in a femme fatale anymore. Then I would love to show you this moment here when we can see masterful change. So here she's with her strong movement, and suddenly her wall. Did you see that? If you blink, you miss that. She goes from here, like very powerful and flex foot, when she's dancing, like she does the kick and everything. And for a second, she's back into the oozing, and then she's back into the dancer. So that beautiful change, like for 2 seconds as well, is like one of the things that keeps you at the edge of your chair. And she was playing from like the entertainer, the flex foot, kind of almost a masculine vibe into this the dirty martini kind of pull your leg in vibe, which is very feminine. Then I wanted to show you as well a bit further ahead when I see here clearly. So here she brings all of this kind of warrior, rebel. The warrior, the rebel, especially, the rebel is that one that disrupts things. So it's that pose or that movement that is so unexpected for the picture that she just portrayed, of her character on stage. And there is also just close here, one of my favorite things ever, and it's so magical. So let me show you. Three, two, three. Yes. Very, very masculine, right? Like vibe that she does with the gloves. So it starts, okay, I'll do the glove, and then she gets into this very gangster almost, archetype as she's playing, and quite gender playful also, and very gender bending here. And then at this moment here, I also love there is quite a bit of changes here in this 20 seconds. So here she's powerful, rebel, totally like big pussy energy, like by the way, which is one of her workshops and highly recommend. Amazing. Um, Super powerful in these changes. And like this very comedic, masculine kind of energy. And suddenly she's back and she oozes back into that woman we met in the beginning. And I love this play because it's so much like, okay, this is all of the faces, like we can have as human beings. And then out of that whole masculine, that woman, that really seductress at the beginning, she's still there. And she's even more sexual because now she's not only touching it, like she's grabbing, like herself, owning her sexuality. This very quick kind of change, almost imperceptible if you're not like studying, as a student, the moves and the videos like this is one of the things that will definitely spice up any burlesque act, and especially classic. So if you're feeling like your classic acts, let's say, are a bit like in need of some spice, watch Jenna and study her acts, and then I'm sure you're gonna find things there that you're gonna love, and it's a lesson in all of the spices that you can add to your mixture. So, that's it. I just have here on my notes a tiny bit on 352, which is like her change into entertainer. Like I'm here with the audience, and I love because this is a big difference from the beginning when she's like, "Okay, I'm here. Who is that? Who are you? I don't know you." And here she's like, "I'm here with you. I'm here for you." It's such a change. She's the entertainer now. So, just in love with this act. So, I hope you enjoyed this. And this is just an example of something that I dive really deep with my students in my classes. I will be soon, doing those online, and I've been uploading some of my content to eventually in the future be able to have students from everywhere in the world. And if you're interested, just keep following, and I hope you enjoyed and learned something. Thank you for watching.